Batman the Animated Series is one of the highest critically acclaimed series, and has strongly influenced pop culture on the style and tone of comic book media. Most critics contribute to the success of the TV series to its unique art style, music, and storytelling method. Although I do believe these features are major contributors to the critical reception of the show, I believe the success stems from the moralistic implications presented in the series, which has also made it the timeless classic it has become. So for this video, I will attempt to answer how the use of film techniques present express and enhance the moralistic messages of the series. Some of the moralistic lessons the series presented have been what makes a good man, addiction, mental health, the unknown effects on society, and the line. However, what I want to focus on for this video is the purpose for Batman. Before getting into the nitty-gritty of the moralistic dilemma, and understanding the art style and the technical influences is needed to fully appreciate what the series presented. Bruce Timm, producer of the series, described the art style as a dark deco, as it would present the dark, mysterious side to Gotham, but also to give a similar style to the previously successful Tim Burton's Batman. To achieve the colouring of the dark atmosphere, Tim had the artist draw on a dark sheeting, so the background and colouring would be consistently dark. The character designs followed similar to the 1930s Superman animated series, as an homage to what the series pioneered. The setting in the mise-en-scène of the series followed a 1930s design style, again as an homage towards the original animated series, but with technology and other features close to the current period of the 1990s. This meant with no specific time period presented in the series, the show did not become dated and still holds up today. This also gave the writers and animators free rein to do almost anything they could conceive, as nothing was restraining them to a time period. Many tall buildings consist in Gotham's setting, since Batman usually takes to the skies, impressing a feeling of height and drama to the series. The scenes are consistently dark to present the dark side of Gotham, but to also enhance the Batman persona of intimidation and fear presented in the series. Music is such a key aspect to the series, as it has become an icon in popular culture due to its incredible detail and complex design of a large orchestral score, created by Danny Elfman, who also created the score of Tim Burton's Batman films. The music is such a pinnacle feature of the series, as instead of having dialogue occur describing the atmosphere, the music score is used to input the emotions and tensions throughout the scene. This is perfectly expressed in the title sequence of the series, as there is no text, lyrics, or dialogue to describe what is occurring, only a music score and the images on the screen. Another point to add to the intro is that the creators intentionally made the intro that it would not say anything about Batman except show the images of him to demonstrate how universally known Batman was. The creators of the show also wanted each episode to have a personal music score, as they believed that these episodes were not just episodes, but in fact mini movies that deserved the most effort and detail possible. Now that the film techniques have been addressed, let's analyze the moralistic implications of the series. When we look at the purpose of Batman, many often assume it's just to combat the bad and make Gotham a safer place. Although this is partly true, this is not the primary purpose of Batman. In Batman the Animated Series, the question of Batman's purpose was attempted to be asked primarily by Boyd Kirkland. Kirkland has consistently presented the purpose of Batman in the series, and I shall present a few episodes example on how he presented the purpose of Batman. The Forgotten's plot follows Bruce Wayne after hearing of the disappearance of a few homeless people at the local homeless center. Bruce goes undercover as a homeless person to figure out this mystery. When confronted by the kidnappers, he is accidentally knocked cold and wakes up in a slave camp, however, with amnesia. Bruce starts to dream. Slowly he recollects his memories, and one of them is his purpose. Here is the dream sequence without commentary first. This scene is what I like to call beautifully sad. Now the subject matter is depressing, doesn't create such a happy tone, and it's sometimes hard to watch. However, how it's presented, the film techniques, the art, the music, the dialogue, it's just so beautiful that it honestly is probably one of the best parts of the series. So let's go over the scene again, but this time with commentary. The scene begins with bats flying in to show that he is Batman. The music score demonstrates Bruce's confusion as he walks down a hallway looking at distorted versions of himself to show he doesn't know who he is. He turns around to see a reflection of himself laughing at him. However, the reflection of Bruce turns into the Joker to show that Bruce believes he created the Joker and that the Joker is dragging him down from his intended purpose. His purpose is expressed with a long shot of Bruce in a lower economic area to show he is the only one who cares, but to also show the weight it holds. Camera angles are used to show rankings in terms of importance, with a high angle shot from the sign of the homeless center looking down at Bruce to show that this issue is burdening him. A low angle shot is then used on Bruce to show that he is a greater power and holds a presence. This is contrasted with a high angle shot of a homeless man to show that he is weak and needs help, and to also admit sympathy from the audience. The two characters stand together in an eye level shot to show that Bruce stands equal with this man. However, when more people come to reach out, it cuts back to a high angle shot to reinforce the struggles these people face. A close-up was used on Bruce to show his struggle and anxiety about how he can't help all these people in need by himself, but to also give the same feeling of pressure he feels to the audience. The music also syncs up with the emotions Bruce is feeling, from optimistic to stressed, and then finally sad, with the final tear. At no point was dialogue exchanged to express the scene, just the use of symbolism, music, camera shots, and camera angles. The whole purpose of the scene is to show that Bruce Wayne by himself cannot deal with these issues, as he doesn't have the power to do it on his own. So the Batman alter ego occurs, so he can help those who can't help themselves. Bruce is the light side, doing things so everyone can see, helping the disadvantaged with charity and service, and Batman is the dark side, not necessarily meaning he is bad, but he helps people where the light does not see, where the disadvantaged are not seen by such things as the law, society, and the media. Ultimately, the purpose of Batman is to help those who can't help themselves, and what the law and society cannot see. On to the last example. I Am the Night enforces the purpose of Batman helping the forgotten. The episode focuses around Batman's purpose as he becomes increasingly less motivated to continue his quest for justice. Batman wonders if he was achieving anything or causing more damage than good, which causes him to become increasingly depressed when donning the persona of the Caped Crusader. When Batman was patrolling the streets at night, he stumbled across a boy, being beaten up for not having the money he owes to gang members. Batman intervenes, saving the boy's life, but in return, puts the boy in a home to help straighten out his messy life, so he would never have to live a life of crime. After some serious issues occurring in the episode, he eventually finds the boy boarding a bus.
Up to your old tricks, I see. How about returning that suitcase to its owner?
Hey man, I am the owner. You know, I was kinda hoping I'd run into you. I've been in those places like where you left me before. Heard the rap, wasn't impressed. But this time it made sense. Maybe I was ready to hear it. So I'm heading back home. And I guess I kinda owe it to you, Batman. You probably saved my life. I bet you hear this all the time. Look, I'm gonna miss my bus. I'll see you around. And thanks.
To recap the scene, the music started off tense as Batman believed the boy was stealing the bag. But when Batman finds out that the boy is leaving for a better life, the music becomes optimistic to demonstrate that this is a good moment. The scene also cuts to a lot of Batman's face to show that Batman was smiling and to reinforce that this is a beneficial moment. The scene didn't need to say that he felt accomplished, but through the use of music and editing, the audience can gather that what occurred reignited Batman's passion and reminding Batman of his purpose. This, in my opinion, is one of Batman's greatest victories, as he himself has saved someone from a life of years of damage and despair. To Batman, his greatest achievements isn't defeating the Joker or any other villain, it's making sure that the ones who have been forgotten have received help and won't fall into a life of despair. And through the use of film techniques, the purpose of Batman is understood. Batman's purpose is to help the forgotten. Batman the Animated Series presented a serious moralistic question, primarily through the use of Boyd Kirkland, on the purpose of Batman, and was expressed through the use of film techniques such as music, camera shots, and editing. Its unique art style, setting, and music have captivated audiences for years, and has created some of the most original and thought-provoking material ever conceived by a children's animated show, as seen with the previous episodes. Batman the Animated Series will eternally stay relevant as due to its unique expression of important moralistic questions.